Hey, welcome back to another episode of Wolf Millionaire's YouTube channel, the free learning place where you can learn to make money on YouTube. Just launched a brand new blog post. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my blog at blog.wolfmillionaire.com. Today's article is all about how to make money with Finsta. Now, a lot of you young, savvy students out there probably already know what Finsta is. It took me a little while before I realized what it was all about. But now that I've been able to dive in with some of my students and help some of my clients make money with their Finsta, I want to expose to you how you might be able to leverage a Finsta account to make money. Now, for those of you that are new and just want to learn a little bit about what Finsta is a fake Instagram account. Most of you probably have one because you're probably a lot younger than I am. Remember, I'm 40 years old. I've been making six figures on Instagram ever since I lost my job 4 years ago, and I teach you how to do it all with my free webinar. Make sure you go sign up for my free webinar at wolfmillionaire.com, and I'll walk you through all the different ways you could be making money with Instagram, turning your playtime into money-making time. Now, let's get back to this whole Finsta deal. Finsta is a fake Instagram account used for those who want to share less than desirable pictures, videos, and stories with close friends while remaining anonymous. However, remember, as I mentioned, I've been able to help several influencers set up fake Instagram accounts in order to make money with it. Now, you might be thinking, how can you make money with an Instagram account that's a Finsta account? Well, I'm going to walk you through how to do that. But make sure you've checked out my iPhone versus Android article. It went viral last week when I released it because it explored and revealed all the different kind of pros and cons that exist between iPhone and Android devices if your whole goal is to use it for your Instagramming. And I mean, for the most of us, we all have mobile phones. We all love our iPhone and we all love our Android. I actually carry both. I carry an iPhone 7 Plus and an Android Pixel. Actually, it's the Pixel XL because I love a large screen. It's absolutely incredibly important if you're going to use it to take photos and be an influencer with Instagram. So let's get back to the burning question of, can you make money with a fake Finsta Instagram account? And the answer is absolutely. A lot of you don't realize that there's a dark underworld that Instagram will never admit or expose, but it does exist, and I've seen it, and I've even helped a lot of successful businesses to use them, mainly influencers. How do they do this? Well, let me just explain to you how a Finsta account you can make money with. Not all influencers post content that goes against the Instagram terms of use on these Finstas, okay? First off, if you have an Instagram account and it's kind of, your professional version of you, whether you're an influencer, a brand, or a company, if you want to create a, Finsta fake Instagram account so that you have a closer, tighter knit following and make it private, you can post whatever you want in there. You can have a very intimate and highly engaged Finsta account with people that you hand select. Now, most people who create these Finsta accounts, they do not have their name or their brand or anything associated with who they are or what they're selling or what they do in the Instagram profile, whether it's their username, the bio, their profile picture. It's usually a blank picture that hasn't been set up, or a blank color, or something just completely random. The username is usually super random and doesn't have any indication that it's associated with the influencer who's going to use the Finsta account to make money. And basically all it is the influencer will promote the fact that they have a Finsta account where they reveal and release super special photos or videos. A lot of the times, yes, it's in the nude. A lot of the times these Instagram influencers are female models, but there's also a ton of male models that have a high female following, and they have these Finsta accounts set up so that they can share very special, relatable content with a very close audience. That audience is usually paying anywhere from $19 a month to $49 a month, depending on the influencer and how big a following they have. So can you just imagine if you had 100 people paying you anywhere from $19 a month to $49 a month? That's between $2,000 and $5,000 a month just for having a closed private Instagram account, a Finsta, with 100 people paying to get live videos, live access to you, live one-on-one, photos, videos, a good morning message, a shout out to you, personal attention. People will pay that kind of money if you have a proper brand and a proper following. I've seen people that have, less than 100,000 followers on their normal Instagram account, and they're an influencer. And some of them get anywhere from 500 to 1,000 likes. Some of them get 3,000 to 5,000. Again, it all depends on how much content you're posting and who you are and how big of a following you have. But those people are able to make a couple $1,000s a month simply by having a Finsta account and sharing and going live and basically engaging with a very tight group of people that really want to engage with them. That's the secret, guys. You can make money with your account if you have a little bit of a brand. You don't have to be some rock star, megastar like Sarah Underwood or Dan Bilzerian or Jen Selter to start making money on Instagram. You just have to have a little bit of a following and an interesting enough angle or niche that people are willing to engage with and pay you for. Now, that's the money-making side of Finsta. A lot of people, and if you're watching this and you want to know, well, my son or my daughter or, I've heard people that have Finsta accounts, they're not making money, but they have them and they're using them. Why? Well, they're using them because they want to use Instagram for what it was meant for, and that's to share photos and videos and what I got up to this weekend and how much I'm partying and how much I'm drinking and how much drugs I'm doing. And they don't want that to reflect on their personal Instagram account, which might be public, which might have, family members or close friends or teachers or who knows, looking at their account. So they set up these Finsta accounts where they really share and have a really close group of friends that they want to interact with and really show what they get up to every weekend. And so that's kind of where the whole Finsta account came from. And it is something that is very widespread. More and more people I talk to have these. Even people my age now have Finsta accounts so that they can go and creep their exes, whether their ex has a private page or they want to watch their ex's Instagram stories and they don't want their personal, Instagram account to show up in people's, who's viewed your stories. So it's a sneaky way that you can create up a second Instagram account that has nothing to do with you, your brand, or your products, and use it to surf the web. And it's a nice way to do research without using your own account. But at the same time, I'm going to let you in a little secret, and I'm going to reveal this a little bit more in depth. The more you actually use your Instagram account, the more Instagram will reward you with engagement and followers and views and likes. Yep, Instagram's new algorithm rewards those who spend a lot of time in the Instagram app. So, one thing that I've noticed a lot with people who live on Instagram, they have very healthy engagements. They have very healthy like ratios, very healthy view ratios. And a lot of that, the common factor of that is that these people all live on Instagram. They check their Instagram multiple times a day, and I'm talking every hour. They engage with people. They like various content in their feed. They leave tons of comments. They respond to people's comments not only on their account, but other people's accounts that they follow or engage with. And that is what Instagram is using as their new algorithm, their new model of, what constitutes a proper Instagram use. Gone are the days where you could set up a bot and have it do all the liking and commenting and following and following. That has been long gone. It's a garbage strategy. I've called that strategy out from day one, whereas other influencers in the past have used those strategies to gain followers that were all shit because people just want to follow other people who are following them, and that doesn't convert. So if you use all of my strategies that are all the best practices of social media, not just for Instagram. This is shit I've learned over the last decade on how to use Facebook, how to use Twitter, reading everything about user engagement, that has been released from the actual companies like Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, and then kind of taking a step back and looking at, what's important to these networks. It's not just the content we share, but it's the actual user time. Because the more we use these apps, the more these companies can serve us advertising. So it's kind of one of those things where, they want us to use their app. Yes, they're going to service ads, but if you do that and play that game, they're going to reward you. And don't expect to just, I'm going to start, tomorrow, and you do it for a couple days and, it didn't work. That's the fucking lazy fucking approach. And that's why so many people fail at making money or making something for themselves anywhere in life, not just on Instagram or social media, is because they're fucking lazy. They have zero consistency. This is nothing new. This is something that anyone who's ever been successful, right down to Gary Vee and Grant Cardone, all preach, is that consistency wins the race. You have to want it bad enough. You have to want to use a channel or promote yourself in a consistent way day after day, week after week, in order to get gains out of it. You can't just expect to start one week and be like, oh, your strategies didn't work. You know how many fucking people sign up for my shit and my team sends me, highlights from people who opted to get a refund within a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, some even in 4 or 5 weeks and 6 weeks. And you know what the common denominator is? Fucking laziness. That's it. There's no secret sauce to why I'm successful on Instagram. The secret sauce is I put in more fucking time than anyone else during the first 2 to 3 years when I started growing my accounts after I figured out Instagram. You could be doing the exact same thing. You just have to approach it with the long-term mindset. Nothing in life happens overnight, okay? And if you're under that delusion, you're going to fail. So you need to change that mentality if you're going to accomplish anything in life. Just like working out. If you've been following me on Instagram, I post that I go to the gym 3 days a week. Yeah, it's probably the same boring photo in the same mirror with different angles and little different outfits that I wear. But guess what, guys? Week after week, I notice little gains. My mindset is that by the end of 2018, I'm going to be a lot more jacked, in better shape, with a lot more muscle definition. It's not going to happen this week or next month or even this quarter. Yes, I'll see little gains along the way, but it's not until the end of 2018 that I'll be able to look back and go, look at me, guys. This is what happens when you put in a lot of work into something. Physical work, mental work, work with your schoolwork, work with your friends. Anything you put in is what you get out in life. So you need to really change your mentality if you're going to be successful at anything. The more you put into it and the more you focus on something, the more you're going to be successful with whatever it is you're doing in life. So that's my little rant about doing something consistently over and over. Yes, it's boring, but guess what? That's the robotic approach to being successful. The most successful people in the world, all the books that I read about the who's who, they've all put in the work. They all did the grunt work. They all did the manual labor in their companies before they automated and hired managers to scale and grow and sell. And I did the exact same thing with my company. I put in the hard work. I put in 16-hour days on Instagram to figure it out before anybody. And then I taught the world all the best practices that are still very valid and will help you grow an audience, grow a following, and successfully make money. But you have to be in it long term. This isn't something now that you can just create and, within a month or two have hundreds of thousands of followers. If you put in the work and the time, you will see results. You're creating an Instagram account for the long run. Instagram is here forever. Instagram is the new micro-blogging platform. It is the new World Wide Web. You can create a persona, you can create a brand, you can sell product. You can be whoever you want to be on Instagram just by using my step-by-step strategies. So if that isn't enough motivation for you, then I don't know why you're reading and listening to my material, because I'm here to teach you if you want to learn. And if you want to learn, I have a course that has over 24 hours, step-by-step, over 80-some episodes. And next month, I'll be adding another 5 to 10 hours of content with all the latest strategies, all the latest features that Instagram has rolled out in the last 6 months. You're not going to want to miss it. Take advantage of my little sale. The link's in the bio. It's 50% off. It's only for a little bit longer. Otherwise, the price is going back up to where it is because that's the value of my course. And if you want to learn, you're going to have to learn that nothing is for free in life. Yes, I give you a lot of free content from my videos, to my blog, to my free 35-page Instagram guide, to my webinar. I give out more free information and learning than anyone in my niche, than anyone who claims to know Instagram. So if you want to learn, I'm here to teach. You have to put in the time. Hope you're having a great day and stay tuned for my next episode. Cheers, guys.